Out-of-body experiences explained, what science and mysticism reveal. Have you ever felt like you were floating above your own body, watching yourself from afar? Maybe you've heard stories of people describing this surreal experience, known as an out-of-body experience or OBE. But what exactly are OBEs, and why do they happen? Are they just a trick of the mind, or could they reveal something profound about human consciousness? Let's explore these mysteries together. What are out-of-body experiences? An out-of-body experience, OBE, is a phenomenon where individuals feel as though their consciousness or self has separated from their physical body. OBEs can happen spontaneously, during altered states of consciousness, or as a result of certain triggers like stress or trauma. Common sensations during OBEs include floating or rising. Many report the feeling of rising above their physical form, often seeing their body below them. Some describe it as a gradual ascent, while others feel an instant release or detachment. Detached perspective, observing oneself and the surrounding environment as if they were an external observer. This perspective is often compared to watching a movie, with a sense of clarity about their own physical state. Enhanced awareness. Some describe a heightened sense of clarity or insight, perceiving the world in an ultra-vivid manner. This hyper-awareness often includes details that are later verified, such as objects or events not visible from their physical position. Traveling beyond. Others report traveling to distant places or entirely unfamiliar realms. These journeys are sometimes described as instantaneous, with no sensation of physical movement. Euphoria and calmness. A deep sense of peace or exhilaration often accompanies these experiences. This state is frequently likened to feelings of unconditional love or profound connection to the universe. Out-of-body experiences and dreams. OBEs are sometimes reported during lucid dreams, blurring the line between dreaming and perceived astral travel. These dream-linked OBEs often feature more fantastical elements, such as flying or visiting imaginary landscapes. Sudden triggers. OBEs can occur unexpectedly, such as during accidents or moments of intense focus, adding an element of unpredictability to the phenomenon. Many report these as snap moments where the separation feels abrupt and involuntary. Who experiences OBEs? OBEs are not as rare as they might seem. Studies estimate that up to 10% of the population has experienced an OBE at least once. While OBEs can happen to anyone, certain groups appear more predisposed to them. Lucid dreamers. People who practice or naturally experience lucid dreaming often report OBEs as part of their altered dream states. These experiences may occur as a continuation of the dream state, with the dreamer suddenly floating outside their body. Meditation practitioners. Those who meditate deeply or practice mindfulness may encounter OBEs, especially during profound relaxation. Advanced practitioners often describe OBEs as milestones in their spiritual or meditative journeys. Near-death survivors. OBEs are frequently reported by individuals who have faced life-threatening situations or clinical death, often as part of a larger near-death experience, NDE. These OBEs are typically described as life-altering, leaving the person with a new sense of purpose or spirituality. High-stress individuals. Some people report OBEs during traumatic or highly stressful events as a possible coping mechanism of the mind. These experiences are thought to help the brain dissociate from the immediate physical or emotional pain. Interestingly, OBEs transcend cultural and geographical boundaries, with similar experiences reported globally despite differing spiritual or religious beliefs. Childhood experiences. Some individuals recall experiencing OBEs as children, often during periods of illness or extreme fatigue. These early experiences are often remembered vividly and may influence their perception of reality or spirituality. Creative individuals, artists and writers often report OBEs, suggesting a potential link between creativity and altered states of consciousness. Such experiences may inspire their work, leading to vivid or otherworldly themes. When do OBEs occur? OBEs can occur in various situations. Common scenarios include during sleep paralysis. Sleep paralysis is a state where the body remains temporarily immobilized during the transition between sleep and wakefulness. This condition is often linked to reports of floating sensations or perceived separation from the body. People often describe the dual sensations of paralysis and freedom, as their mind feels active while their body is unresponsive. Deep meditation, intense relaxation, and focus during meditation can create altered states of awareness that resemble OBEs. These meditative OBEs are often seen as deliberate explorations of consciousness, allowing individuals to project their awareness beyond the body. Near-death experiences, NDEs. People in life-threatening situations frequently describe OBEs as part of their experience, often seeing their body from above during resuscitation or surgery. These experiences often include vivid recollections of their surroundings and interactions with medical staff. Trauma or shock, extreme emotional or physical stress may trigger OBEs as a way for the mind to cope. These OBEs often feel involuntary and may be accompanied by intense emotions, such as fear or detachment. Intentional induction. Some people actively try to induce OBEs using techniques like visualization, binaural beats, or sensory deprivation. Those who succeed often describe the process as requiring patience and practice. Fever or illness. High fevers or severe illnesses are sometimes linked to spontaneous OBEs, possibly due to altered brain activity. These OBEs may include vivid hallucinations or dreamlike sequences. Hypnosis. Some individuals report OBEs during or after sessions of deep hypnosis, suggesting that the subconscious mind plays a role. Hypnotic OBEs often feel guided, with the hypnotist's instructions shaping the experience. Where do people go during OBEs? OBEs often involve a feeling of being in locations distinct from one's physical surroundings. People commonly report hovering near their body, observing themselves from above, often within the same room. Many describe seeing details they couldn't have noticed from their physical perspective, such as objects on high shelves or specific movements of people in the room. Exploring familiar places, moving through their homes or other known environments with an unusual perspective. These experiences often feel hyper-realistic, with enhanced clarity and sensory perception. Traveling far and wide, venturing to distant, sometimes unknown places. For example, some individuals report visiting cities, natural landmarks, or even people they know, often with surprising accuracy. Entering mystical realms. A smaller but notable group of people describe entering surreal landscapes filled with light, vivid colors, or spiritual beings, often interpreting these as other dimensions or realms. These realms are frequently associated with feelings of profound peace or awe. Shared destinations. In rare cases, individuals claim to meet others during OBEs and share consistent descriptions of locations or events. This phenomenon has intrigued researchers as potential evidence of non-local consciousness. Parallel realities. Some people interpret OBEs as glimpses into alternate realities or dimensions, adding a philosophical layer to the experience. These interpretations often align with quantum theories of parallel universes. Why do OBEs happen? There are two main perspectives on why OBEs occur. Scientific explanation. Neuroscience suggests OBEs are caused by disruptions in the brain's spatial awareness, particularly in the parietal lobe, which manages our sense of physical self. When these areas malfunction, they can create the illusion of being outside one's body. This explanation is supported by studies where brain stimulation artificially induces OBEs. Spiritual perspective. Many spiritual traditions interpret OBEs as evidence of the soul's ability to leave the body and explore other planes of existence. Often referred to as astral projection or soul travel, these experiences are often viewed as a gateway to understanding higher dimensions of reality. Emotional triggers. Intense emotions, such as grief or love, have been cited as triggers for spontaneous OBEs, possibly linked to the brain's stress responses. These OBEs are often described as cathartic or healing. Genetic factors. Emerging research hints that genetic predispositions may play a role in the likelihood of experiencing OBEs. Some studies suggest that families with a history of vivid dreams or altered states of consciousness may have a higher incidence of OBEs. How can you experience an OBE? For those curious to try, here are some methods. Relaxation. Find a quiet place, lie down, and focus on deep breathing to fully relax your body. This is the foundation for many OBE induction techniques. Visualization. Imagine floating upward, separating from your body. Some find it helpful to picture a rope or beam of light they can climb. Visualizing the environment around you in vivid detail can enhance the experience. Binaural beats, listening to specific frequencies may help alter brain activity and induce OBEs. These audio tracks are designed to synchronize brain waves and create the ideal mental state for dissociation. Wake back to bed technique. Wake up after a few hours of sleep, stay awake briefly, and then return to bed while focusing on your intention to have an OBE. This technique takes advantage of the natural REM sleep cycle. Guided hypnosis. Hypnosis recordings designed to facilitate OBEs can help prime the mind for the experience. Many report success with sessions that use progressive relaxation and guided imagery. Sensory deprivation tanks. Floating in a sensory deprivation tank can encourage the deep relaxation and altered state needed for OBEs. The lack of external stimuli allows the mind to explore inward and detach from the physical body. Here are some fun and fascinating facts about OBEs. Ancient Egyptian and Greek texts describe OBEs as spiritual journeys. The Ba in Egyptian mythology was often depicted as a bird-like soul leaving the body. Some people report shared OBEs, experiencing the same places as others simultaneously. These accounts have sparked debates about the nature of consciousness and shared realities. Research has replicated OBEs using virtual reality and brain stimulation, showing they can be artificially induced. These experiments provide insights into how the brain constructs our sense of self. OBEs have inspired countless stories in books, movies, and even video games. Examples include the Astral plane in Marvel Comics and the movie Doctor Strange. Many indigenous cultures have used rituals and ceremonies to induce OBEs for spiritual purposes. These practices often involve drumming, chanting, or the use of entheogenic plants. OBEs often feel like dreams, but are described as more vivid and lucid, blurring the line between sleep and wakefulness. Some astronauts have reported OBE-like sensations while in zero-gravity environments, adding a space exploration twist to the phenomenon. Many spiritual traditions describe a glowing silver cord connecting the astral body to the physical body during OBEs, ensuring the two remain tethered. Out-of-body experiences provide a fascinating glimpse into the complexity of consciousness. Are they mere brain tricks or glimpses of a deeper reality? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more explorations of the mind.